Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm happy you can make it to the third part. Today we're going to be making this part, the grippy part of the gun. No, I'm going to use my own texture. Now I will link down in the description the textures that I use, but a really good site to go to is the CG bookcase. Most things over there are free. Well, I think everything is free there, but I'm going to be using the brown leather texture, and basically you go to this site, go to whichever material you want, and then go, just download these, or if you want 4K, just download these. I'm just going to show you real quick. If you click this comes out, and then you literally click save image, and then it just saves wherever you want. I've already saved this, so I'm not going to save it again, but yeah, just save it wherever, and you can just use it, and it's quite easy, and it looks good as well. But anyway, we will be first doing this thing that's sticking out first. We'll be first 3D modeling it, right? Just Shift D, duplicate this thing, everything apart from the plane, because if you remember, we did loads of loop cuts and stuff like that, and then if you do lots of loop cuts, the vertices might stack on top of each other. I'll show you what I'm talking about right now. So you think there are only 4 vertices here, select them, and then go to edit mode, and then click M, and then so this is going to merge whichever vertices there may be. Click by distance, and then it says remove 12 vertices. There were 12 vertices in there, and also you have the subsurf modifier here. Just delete the subsurf modifier for now, and just line it up how you want it. I think we already have the basic shape, and then I believe this goes straight up like that. Now extrude it to the Y direction. Click edit mode, click tab, A, E, Y. Oops, Y. Alright, how did it move like that? There we go. And we're gonna put a subsurf modifier. Oops. Click 2, click alter and click 2. Alter, click it for edge select. Nice. Increase it a little bit, make it a little smoother. Try to put it in for a bit, see how it's gonna look. I want this to be, I want this to be a little closer. A little bit more, a little bit more sharper, That looks about right. And I believe this would be a lot closer down. Is it? Yeah, this is basically flat. And this as well, basically flat as well. Real flush. Looks a little thin though, right? Spread it out a little. Alright, so you see this is scaling from its origin. Right click, set origin to geometry. And now it's going to do what you expect it to do. Actually, maybe I'll scale it. Well, actually it doesn't look that bad. Scale it up a little, maybe. And then you can see it's basically touching the floor. Bring it down a little. Scale it slightly up. Alright, I'm happy with that. And now you have to put the texture in. So, UV unwrapping. Alright, go to the UV editing. So basically what UV editing is, UV unwrapping is so imagine you've got this sheet of leather and you have to wrap it around, and then you're telling the computer what parts are the seams. So if you look at your shirt, you will find there are seams in at your shirt where parts of the cloth come together. So you're just telling your computer this is where the seams are. And for this part, this is actually, I'm going to drag it right up. This part of the scenes are actually quite easy. Just click Alter, and that is a seam. Click Control E, mark seam. Now you have to tell Blender now to unwrap it. Now you will see these lines. So Blender tried to unwrap it. It tried to guess where the seams will be, and it's completely wrong. This is not where you want it to be. So you click A. Make sure you're in edit mode. Click A. Click U. Unwrap. All right. It's like, oh, okay. So it's like this, and you're like, yeah, it is like that. And then it's been unwrapped. Now you have to put the texture in. Go to shading. Don't forget to save. Like, I thought Blender was gonna crash just then. Right, put a new material. I'm gonna name it leather. Right. Now you want to bring up where you saved your textures. Right, and then you can just like drag and drop. You've got base color. Well, like I downloaded height, but you don't need to download height, you just need to download height and normal are basically the same thing. You need normal, you need base color, and you need roughness. Just connect them. And then you're in material preview, so it should come up. Just connect these first, and then we'll adjust how we want it to look. Roughness goes into roughness. Now, what is normal? Normal is basically it's fake details, but you first have to put. You cannot just connect it. You have to put normal map. Go normal. Yeah. Like I don't know where any of these are. Just use the search button. Like I think it's a lot faster. Anyway, so normal tells. Okay. So after I put normal, you can see there are like bumps and like creases in there. They're actually not there. It's just tricking your art. Well, it's just tricking the light into going like that, into tricking you that they are there. So it doesn't like take up any RAM or anything like that. So you know, game industries use it quite a lot. Anyway, you've selected them all. So do you like it? Like by the way, you have to click Control T, and then just check that the data is coming from UV. All right. And it should be really, but if it's not, just click Control T, and then if it's not, take it from UV and then connect it over there, and then connect it over there. Like it already is in my computer, like it already should be in your computer, but just in case, you know. Right, now don't worry about the seam because it's going to be inside anyway. And you know, like if you don't like the color, or for now, I think it's okay for now. If you don't like the color or something like that, you can just change it later. Alright, that part is taken care of. Now, if you go here, I'm gonna do these lines now. So these are like engraved into the gun. So I'm gonna do these lines. So we're gonna use the Boolean modifier. You basically create a cylinder, put it down real low, and then try to emulate the shape of those cylinders. I want to get the scale right as well, so I'm gonna bring this back up. Oh, it is already. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring it to here, and then I'm gonna use a modifier that takes away that part, but I have to round it out first. So go to subsurf modifier, put 2 loop cuts, click 2, select the top edge. You can see what I'm doing. Yep. Control R, scroll your mouse up, and click Alter all the way. Yeah, that's about right. Come on, select it. Yeah. I think we're done. Yep, there we go. And before you do this, we need what, like 12 or something like that. So you don't need to duplicate it each and every one of them. You can use the array modifier. We want like a few, but just increase this a little, like maybe like this. Again, I want to bring my, yeah, they're like that way apart, yeah. So what, so that's 1.3, yeah. Check how much it is, but the distance should be about like that. There you go, 20, there you go. Alright, now line them up, GY, so that half of them is inside. We're going to be taking away from it. And it's not straight, by the way. So rotate it upwards a little bit, yeah. There you go. Make sure. And by the way, this neat trick. So if you want it to be like top, you just like click Alter and then drag it. Click Alter, drag it, click Alter, Alter. So you don't need to go on and keep on clicking there. Right, I want like halfway in. That's about okay. Right, click on that. And then go to Boolean. I want these objects. Difference, make sure difference is selected. Mine is 2.9, but you know, like it should be pretty much the same with the other versions. Click apply. Do we have color? Go to materials. No, we don't have color. So it's sort of like a grayish metallic look. Just put a new one, say metal. I don't know. Metal. Like I like organizing my stuff, and I feel like it helps. So just go a little bit grayer, and just kick up the metallic. Yep. And yeah, let's just see how it is first. Okay, before we see, alright, let's just see it. So just in case your computer don't like do anything stupid, just save it first, and then if you don't want to render the whole thing, if it's taking so long, click Control B and then put a section out, and then click this and just render it. And so if you want it to look realistic, you can use HDRs. Now HDRs give you, yeah, so it's basically, you know, like a camera that went outside and took a picture of like a 360 view, so it's quite realistic. So what you do is you go to the shading tab, go to world, and then Shift A, search environment, texture, open. Now you have to download these HDRs, and I will link this down below, but I already have a few HDR. I'm gonna take this 4K HDR. I'm gonna click open image, connect this up, and by the way, it must be in world, yeah? Now go back to layout. Hopefully everything is connected. Now click render. And there you go. See, so this is like natural lighting. There's like lighting from everywhere. So this is quite a good tool to use. Oh wait, am I in EV? Right, go to cycles. I mean, if you want EV, fair enough. Right, this is how it's gonna look. So I think it's a little too strong for now, so go to this world, put down the strength of the lighting. I'm gonna go 0.7. There you go. Now, I quite like the color. Well, like I want to go slightly darker. That should be okay. I'm gonna do this as well. So you don't need to click new because it already exists. Metal, there you go. If you organize, it's a lot easier. Sometimes Blender will do things like that. I don't know. Okay, anyway, so I just want to get a feel of what my gun would look like. Anyway, so let's keep on going, and we'll finalize it in the end. Let's do these engravings first. Let's see what it says. I actually don't want to take it completely, so I'm gonna say what, made in the USA or something. Well, I'm not from the USA, but I'm gonna go made in Myanmar because I'm from Myanmar. So put text, add text, rotate, X90. There you go. Click to change the text. Go to edit mode, backspace, backspace. I'm gonna say just put in whatever you want. I'm gonna say made in Myanmar. And I'm gonna scale this down. That's way too long. I want it to be very discreet, you know. But this is not a mesh right now. So click edit, yeah. So you have to first turn it into a mesh. Convert to mesh, there you go. On object mode, just right click it, convert to mesh, there you go. And now it will be meshes, there'll be like actual vertices there. Click edit mode, and then click all of the vertices. You see the vertices, just click E, X, nope, Y. Yep. Yeah, there you go. So it's like actual like 3D mesh, so that you can use the boolean again. Again, I wish, like I hope the boolean works again. It's so unreliable. Anyway. GY. Might be a little too thin. SY. A bit more. Yep, GY. Make sure it's slightly inside. Right. Do I like the position of that though? Yeah, I think. Oh, I just noticed this. Why is so? If this is happening in your mesh as well, just like a loop cut should work. Click like whatever edge. Maybe click 3. Click these 2 edge. Click R. Yep, this one, and then just drag it along. Yeah. If yours is a little different from mine, just find a loop cut and try dragging along different edges. It should work. Right. I want it to carve into this part, so I click this part first. Modifier, nope, not bevel. Boolean object. I want my text. Man, I really hope this works. Apply. Yes, it does work. It's a little thin, but like I think it's gonna show up when the lighting is back on again. Right. And put as many engravings as you want. That, as you can see, is basically a cylinder with a texture on. It gets too much, and if the scales are off, things can look weird. Like, yeah, right. So I noticed that. Oh, okay. I'm gonna give this the metal as well. By the way, is it? Yeah, they all seem to be similar materials, but this one seems to be a little bit darker. So I'm gonna go metal 2, a little bit darker, just as metallic. Cool. Now the details really help. So you'll see these small things, this thing, these things, this thing. They're all very easy to model. You can literally like trace around them and then extrude it and then stick it on here. Same thing with this. Like they're all very easy to model. So after you completed your shape, how do you connect these two together? You just, if they're close enough, you just go select everything, click F so that there's a face. Alright? Okay. And then also, if you use a subsurf modifier, I believe everything will look a lot smoother. So yeah. Alright, so that was the whole thing. Just finish up the 3D models of the tiny pieces. So that was UV unwrapping, texturing, and then the final render should look like this. And if you enjoyed it today, please subscribe, and I'll catch you some other time.